Hello, good evening. Sorry for the shorter session yesterday, but yeah, I had a headache. Wasn't feeling good at the end of that. I don't know if it was the heat. Probably is the heat. I wasn't drinking enough water either. That didn't help. But I'm full of beans now, ready to finish this game. Mission 21, Living Cave. Pulsate the heart and open the last gate. Oh yeah, and I wasted a bunch of orbs last stage as well. Because that boss was caca-poo-poo. Not fun. Oh, I need to get a feel for this stage first before I start committing to items. Door's locked. Can I pick this up? Oh, I can. Holy water. I haven't actually used the holy water for anything yet. Should maybe actually check if it's any good. It's just a circular room. That's the door to the previous room. Hello there, Andros. Yeah, we're almost at the end. See if these end up being short stages or long stages. Where's the enemy? Something's making a noise. Do I just spam stinger? Okay. Good enemy. Or might they explode as well when they die? I mean, it stun locks them. Is it dead? Okay, good. Oh. Dude, these walls hurt like hell. Jeez. It takes so long to die as well. I'm just gonna save so I don't lose all my orbs. Oops. It's nice that you can at least do this, because if you are having trouble, you can kind of win by attrition. Now these assholes. least they die easily. He's back here. Huh. Oh, the heart's pulsating now. Is that the stage? I guess that was it. Okay. A rank? Damn. This might be a short stream at this rate. Mission 22, Legendary Battle. Oh. Hello there.
Again I must face a Sparta. Strange fate, isn't it?
Strange and ironic that it will end the same way.
Irony has favored you this time. Look, there.
Trish!
Don't even think about it. Blink, she dies.
You!
Dante!
So sad that humans will always be humans. No more. Has the Spartan blood been spoiled over the ages? Now, die!
Trish!
Hello there, Wid. You've come just in time for the climax.
No!
Useless scum. Failure is one thing, but taking an odd behavior like that. What is the matter? It is time to end your pitiful life.
How much longer are you going to keep zapping? Come out and show yourself, Mundus!
Oh, he's a big boy.
Those eyes. Deep in them, I see the same light as in Sparta's eyes.
Why my mother?
That useless being. If you need a mother, I can create it. As many as you want. Just like I created Trish.
Silence!
Wait, is it a genre change to final boss? Oh, it's a shmup? I'm not sure how to feel about these inverted controls. Oh. Maybe I can melee attack the boulders. Can use items here? Oh, you can. Oh wait, I've got enough devil stars that I could just kind of cheese through this. Oh, I can just hold the button. Could you shoot faster if you tap? I'm gonna die. What's he doing? Oh! I need to know what the attacks are. Okay, I know what to buy though. I got demolished by the boulders at the start as well. That was a lot of unnecessary damage. Okay, well I can buy some stuff. Can't buy HP, can't buy purple orbs. Oh, damn it. Well, I can buy a vital star. It's probably all I really need. The untouchable's probably overkill. That would feel like cheating. And these are going to be useless. That'll do. Oh, right. Cutscene doesn't start yet. Suppose we can look around here, maybe. Can we just leave? No. The inverted controls are kind of fucking with me as well. Oh, okay. The attacks aren't fixed. This is going even worse. I think you have to hit his middle, right? We're not having a good time. It's 'cause I'm trying to experiment a bit. Oh, okay, I need to go in the corner during that. Okay, I guess where the orbs end up, either like vertically or horizontally, will be the beam orientation. Oh shit. You can see the rocks. Oh, or not. Okay. How'd you figure out which way the beam's going to come down from? Because I figured it would... Because he spawns the balls one by one, and I figured if they ended up left and right, surely it would be a horizontal beam. But that doesn't seem to be the case. I'm just getting hit by, like, stuff that's easy to avoid as well. I could just buy the invincibility. It's probably especially cheesy, considering it gives you Devil Trigger gauge as well for the whole duration. Just shoot these. Actually, I guess he'll never target the corners. Or I guess he shoots where you are. Okay, we're learning stuff. Jeez. The middle's just not safe at all, is it? It's going a bit better. Okay, that's actually super easy to avoid. No! It's phase 2, I guess. Yeah, but it might be easier, but I'm still gonna die at least a few times before I figure it out. Oh shit. Jeez, big hit. I love platforming in this game. Gee, bruv. Oh, okay. Kept jumping over the platform for some reason. I can buy the gold orb. But you know, I don't want to use it as soon as I fight a boss, because it's just like, eh. You kind of want to learn it a little bit, right? But I've seen this first part. I'm gonna use it now. I imagine it demolishes his first phase. We'll see. You can start with the needles. Actually, can I even use it in the air? Okay, it doesn't work against Mundus. This is what I get for looking at chat. Right, heal up immediately. What? The dragon wasn't here before. Is this platform gonna stay here? Actually, this seems to do more damage. Is that it? Can I just spam my way through that? Is there a phase 3? He's yelling no, so I'm assuming it's over. I kind of just cheese my way through that though. But if the boss has platforming, I already don't like it. Phase 1 was better. She's cool.
My mother risked her life for me, and now you too. I should have saved you.
I should have been the one to fill your dark soul with light!
The voice crack. What do you mean? You barely know her, Daddy. The man fell in love with a woman that rolled up to his office and stabbed him.
This was my mother's. Now I'm giving it to you. My father's also here now. Rest in peace.
It's probably. I was surprised that was even a C rank, to be honest. Considering how many items I used. There's another mission. We're not done yet. Mother's Guide. Escape Mallet Island before it collapses. I'm gonna assume I don't have... I need to make sure I have the right weapon on. Okay, I've got Alistair. Or just any items counts as a... okay. Oh. To kill these. And now they've gotten bigger. We'll just use this. Wait for him to die. Just passing. I gotta escape more. Where's the lift? It's over there. Now the mission starts. Guess I'll just jump for safety. I need to kill these. I don't know what's stylish about spamming the same move over and over. Yeah, I don't know, the ranking system seems a bit undercooked. Wait, what? Are we out? Oh no, we're underwater. We're in the basement. Okay. Oh, what now? Is it below? Oh, he's back.
The gate has been opened. Dante, you are not getting away. This is where you will die.
I'm not going anywhere. Besides, there's no place to go. Look around. This will be your burial ground as well.
Oh, the exposed eye.
What is the matter? Here your powers are weak, human.
No.
You'll be okay. You can do it.
What? Mother.
Dante, use my power!
Feed your power and Trish's power into your guns, Ebony and Ivory, then use your devil trigger and blast a big shot into Mundus. Is it equipped already?
It looks like we have a winner.
Jackpot.
Dante, I will return, and I will rule this world.
Goodbye. And when you do come back, give my regards to my son, will ya?
His son? How old is Dante?
Trish.
Dante. Dante.
Trish. Devils never cry. These tears. Tears are a gift only humans have.
We're too late.
In his 30s, so he's a relatable character, you could say.
No, Trish. It's never too late. humans never give up. Are you ready?
Yes.
How'd the plane crash through unscathed? Whatever, I won't ask. It's not the kind of game where you ask questions.
Let's rock.
Okay. Oh, really? Oh, I guess you could double tap to quickly go in a direction. Oh, really? Dude, I'm gonna get demolished. Is that the exit? I guess that was just to spook you at the end. I wonder how long this explosion took to render.
The sky. It's so clear. So blue.
The sky is fair. It'll always be above everyone's head, no different.
Like the sky. I feel like my heart is becoming clear.
Let's not forget, though, the Underworld's evil is still alive. They will someday return.
There's no need to worry, right? Because the world has the legendary Dark Knight Dante. And his sidekick. Devil never cry. Yes? Okay, great. Where's the place? We'll be right there. This one has the password. Sounds heavy.
Okay, let's get it over with in 10 minutes. Can't let a single one of those suckers live.
5 minutes.
More than enough.
Cool game. I'll look forward to playing the rest. I might actually just play 2 next. We can play 2 next and get it out of the way. And never speak of it again, judging by how everyone else talks about it. Yeah, it's my first time playing a Devil May Cry game. I felt pressured to because I play Punisher Grey Raven, and there's currently a DMC collab event going on, so I have to look at DMC for the next like 6 weeks, and I've never played a DMC game. I've had DMC4 in my Steam library for God knows how long as well. I probably picked it up at a sale 10 years ago. I haven't played it. Not much like many games in many people's Steam's library. Better if you played both routes. I probably would have done that anyway. Jesus, there's a lot of people in this game. There's your boy, Shinji Mikami. And Kamiya. The Capcom Old Guard. What's my rank? D? D? I guess I didn't really kill anything. Difficulty normal, total red orbs 23,000. 2 secret missions. Total time 5 hours. I only got eight stylish combos, and most of that was just spamming Stinger. Yeah, just one S. C, D, D, C, S, B, B, C, 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 D, B, 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 C, D, D, C, D, D, A, C, D. Does it give you like an overall ranking? Oh. Go challenge the hard mode. We won't, we'll play DMC2 instead. Yeah, it's the kind of game where you get punished for... I guess it makes sense, right? You get punished for playing badly, but like, if you play well, you get exponentially stronger. Because you get more orbs to spend. And if you play badly, you get like jack shit to spend, so like the final boss, I guess becomes harder. Or you have to buy more consumables to get by. It's like you're just digging a pit.
Two millenniums ago, there was a war between the human world and the other, the underworld. But somebody from the underworld woke up to justice and stood up against this legion alone. His name was Sparta. Later, he quietly reigned the human world and continued to preserve harmony until his death. He became a legend. The legendary Dark Knight, Sparta.
I guess I'll watch this again. It's a good cutscene.
Devil May Cry. Sorry, we closed at 9. Again, no password. I can't seem to get any real business. Whoa, slow down, babe.
Well, well, what do we have here?
Do you think Dante plays
Make
those
a call?
drums?
It's in the back.
Is he musically inclined?
So, you must be the handyman who'll take any dirty job. Am I correct?
Almost. I only take special jobs, if you know what I mean.
You're the man who lost a mother and a brother to evil 20 years ago. The son of the legendary Dark Knight Sparta, Mr. Dante.
Well, the way I figure it, in this business a lot of your kind comes around. And if I kill each one that comes, eventually I should hit the jackpot sooner or later.
In that case, you should be used to this sort of thing.
I heard he's a very dull character in DMC2.
Didn't your daddy teach you how to use a sword?
Sword. Time to go to work, guys.
Even as a child, I had powers. There's demonic blood in me.
What strength?
This intro has more dialogue for Dante than the whole of
You were the
DMC2.
first
What?
one to know about my vengeance. Looks like I'm
Okay, I could
getting
understand why people were disappointed.
It
You don't,
seems that way.
you don't want to double down
I'm
on
not
like
your
the
enemy.
one-liners.
My name is Trish.
Not
I came
not
here
like
to
not
seek
have
your
any.
help, to put an end to the underworld.
What?
"20 years ago, Mundus, the Emperor of the Underworld, resurrected.
Mundus.
Yes. His powers were sealed by Sparta. He's attempting to gain control of the human world once again.
Yeah, I didn't quite
He's
know
been
what to
preparing to
expect
open
as
the
well
gate
coming
on
into DMC1 first, because I
Malay
think a
Island.
lot of the discussion, or how'd you put it, the atmosphere around DMC seems to be centered mostly around 3 and 5. So that might have colored my expectations slightly, but I enjoyed this game a lot.
The castle is above this cliff. Come on, let's go.
Besides one boss, but whatever. That's just one bump in the road. My items are gone. At least you keep all your items. Okay, good. Well, you keep all your weapons rather. You don't keep your items. I guess that makes sense. But you keep all your upgrades. Nightmare. Plasma Mundus. The tower. Or over here. I'm 3 out of 4 out. I might as well pick it up. Just to have it. Here? That just goes into the castle. Are the flags where I find the yellow? Wait. Jump up here. Can't get up. Do I need the double jump? Oh. No. Wait. There we go. Just needs precise jumping. Nice. Oh. No, can't save. I guess I can save after I enter. Oh, yeah, okay. After the mission starts. Makes sense. Or you just get put onto hard mode immediately. Okay, that makes sense. But can you start from hard mode? Quick game and return to title screen. No, okay. So you can't just start from hard mode. You need to clear normal, and then you get a hard mode save. Oh right, you need to beat hard first. Okay, that makes more sense, I guess. Because I guess starting from hard wouldn't be ideal because you'd start with no upgrades, right? Hard is actually neat because there's different enemies early. Oh, that's kind of good then. It's good that they mixed it up then. It's not just the same stuff, but more HP. There's actually different enemy layouts. Kind of like Souls New Game Plus. I mean, it was only really Dark Souls 2 that had like notable changes, I feel, between New Game cycles. Oh, there's plasmas in the first 10 missions. Oh. That's pretty good then. I'm not going to play it now though. I knew today would be a shorter stream than usual. But it is what it is. Less bugs, more death scissors and scythes. I guess there's less puppets as well then, maybe, because those are kind of whatever after you get like the grenade launcher. I still haven't done the DMC event in PGR. Maybe I should actually do that later. I've got a month though to do it. It's no rush. Fighting blades outside of the arena where you fight Griffin is my favorite part of the game. Oh, oh yeah, that area. That was a cool little combat arena. I feel like Phantom though, the first Phantom fight was like a pretty big difficulty spike, and then you. It was harder for me because I didn't have any Devil Trigger powers because I didn't have Stinger or Air Raid, so I had to fight it with just like swinging at it and then jumping out of the way. That's probably why it was harder for me. If I had either of those, it would have been way easier. But then after that, I wouldn't say the bosses were. Yeah, sure, I had to do them a few times, so they weren't like that bad. Besides one of them, besides the third nightmare fight, the third nightmare fight was dog. There's the only boss I used save states on because I just couldn't. I couldn't tolerate it. Nightmare 3 is like actual dog shit. The first two are fine. The problem is that in the third fight, the room is so small. You go to like swing the wall to activate the runes, and then but for some reason he'll prioritize swinging towards Nightmare. So you turn around, hit nothing. That pissed me off. And then there was instances where I'd be trying to jump out of the way from like the arm swings. I'd get caught on the wall, so I get hit. And then there was every time I tried to jump on his back, he just wouldn't jump on. Dreadful fight. The first time I fought Nightmare, it was kind of like, oh well, shit, what am I doing here? I kind of just cheesed it with the invincibility. The second time, I actually learned how to fight him. It was okay then. And then the third time, yeah, the third time was awful. Oh yeah, the first time you fought the Nobodies was kind of interesting. That was kind of just spamming the laser gun, and then thinking, why am I getting why am I getting such a high style ranking from doing this? All the Dark Knight fights were good. Phantom was good. Griffin was okay, but I feel like Griffin just kind of falls over if you just spam air raid. I guess Phantom does too, but you're less powered up when you fight Phantom. He holds up for the kind of power level you have at that point, I feel. And then Mundus Phase 1 was novel. Phase 2, well, I didn't see enough. I didn't do enough of Phase 2 to get much of an opinion of it. But I don't think combining platforming with bosses is great in this game. All right, the Griffin boat fight. I don't even know what happened with my Griffin boat fight. I narrowly one shot it. It landed on the boat. I turn on air raid, and suddenly all its HP just like disintegrates. I was kind of taken aback because he must have been at like probably at least 80% HP before I started blasting. That I just like I'm not even paying attention, and then he's like down to 10%. I'm like, what? And the thing about Nilo 3, Nilo 3 was learning that I had to use Ifrit. If I tried to use Nilo, didn't use Ifrit on Nilo 3, it was like actually bad. But like he seems to just job to punch a good. guess it'll be interesting to see what kind of boss fights they lean more into in the sequels as well. Oh yeah, Shadow was the first time I fought Shadow, I left the room because he kind of just started blasting at me before I could react to what he was doing. But yeah, Shadow was cool after I learned it. I kind of wonder how this game would feel if it wasn't mission based and it was just like an open map, like you were playing Resident Evil with a developed combat system. Because the structure does feel like just a linear Resident Evil. Because you're basically just going to point A to grab a MacGuffin, and you go to point B to put it somewhere. Or you're just going towards a door somewhere. But yeah, I guess a level structure makes more sense. I just wonder how it would play if it was more open. Somebody has probably modded Dante's moveset into Skyrim, and it probably looks and plays as awful as it sounds. Ugh. Okay, well that's probably we'll cut it short for tonight. I had fun though, even though I kind of cheesed through this last few fights with items, but whatever, they're there for a reason. I guess, you know what? I'll just play DMC2 next. We'll get it out of the way. I'd rather just play through everything, even if it's not good. We'll see. Yeah, we'll start with 2. Because I would just feel weird going into 3 and just skipping 2 just because other people say, no, the game's bad. I'll decide if it's bad. Other people's opinions don't matter. When? Tuesday, usual time. Going through Zelda. Oh, I went through probably a bunch of Zeldas over the past year. I think I'm really missing Skyward Sword out of the mainline games now. I'm in no rush though. It's not going anywhere. Oh, you don't like Phantom Hourglass or Spirit Tracks? Phantom Hourglass, I enjoyed them both actually, but I enjoyed Spirit Tracks more. I've got a soft spot for the DS games. Though the Spirit Tracks is kind of carried by its overworld theme. Oh, you're not playing on a DS? Yeah, okay. I can imagine not liking it then. There's some DS specific gimmicks in those games that I think might go over your, or rather you don't get the same feeling of without a DS. Like, I'm not sure if you got to the point in Phantom Hourglass where there's like a puzzle where you actually need to use the DS hardware in a really novel way to solve a puzzle. Like it's so clever in retrospect, but like if you don't have a physical DS, it makes no sense. It seems like arbitrary. Oh yeah, just the first, yeah, I wouldn't say anything. There's like a really funny puzzle that had to be stumped for God knows how long until I just I guess I don't even want to say what happened. I dropped Tears, didn't expect that. I finished Tears after I got my Switch 2. Like I played Tears when it came out. I think I did like 3 of the big dungeons and then stopped playing. And then I beat it last month or so. I don't think it's a bad game, but I don't think they should have just reused the whole map. Even if they did add a load of stuff, they should have, I don't know, not done that. Like, oh right, yeah, I haven't played Echoes of Wisdom yet. Link Between Worlds is cool. I wouldn't say the puzzles were the same. I feel like the bigger dungeons do a better job because at least they try and like tie the whole thing together. I don't have much desire to do all the shrines though. I did all the shrines in Breath of the Wild, but I can't be bothered with Tears. Maybe if I'm feeling like stuck for something to do, I'll boot it up. I do not have much memories of Minish Cap. I don't think I liked it as much as the Capcom Game Boy games though. Oh, the overworld puzzles? Yeah, okay, yeah. I can imagine, yeah, those are kind of the same thing over and over. Yeah, Link's Awakening is also my favorite Game Boy Zelda game, but it's also my first one. But I still think it holds up. I haven't played the remake, but I'm probably never going to play the remake because I can just play the Game Boy game. We don't play remakes here. Yeah, I heard Echoes of Wisdom had like a bunch of performance issues on OG Switch as well. Like, like games like that where I know there's a Switch 2 patch. Like, I also wouldn't want to play them unless I had a Switch 2. It took me forever to beat Link's Awakening when I was a kid because, of course, it was my first Zelda game, so I wasn't familiar with the design language. So that first dungeon had me stumped because I didn't realize, oh, I need to push this block to open the door. Months went by where I could not get past the first dungeon. I would just play Pokemon instead. Or which one was it? Super Mario Land on the Game Boy? 6 golden coins. Take care, Win. Thanks for tuning in. But yeah, it took me months to get past the first dungeon in Link's Awakening because I didn't know the design language of the game. And then once I stumble upon, oh, I can just push the block to open the door, then I actually managed to beat the rest of the game. The game just opens up. My mind expands. I get to Telltale Heights. I hear the BGM, and it's a transformative experience. It's probably still one of my favorite video game themes ever. I played Pokemon Gold in Japanese because it was a fake cartridge. I think I knew a kid in school who had a Japanese Pokemon Gold. Of course, he couldn't like read it, and then he couldn't trade with anyone. Like it's like so he had a paperweight basically. The most novel thing about him having like Japanese gold at the time is just like red, blue, and yellow were still new, right? So like we're getting an early sneak peek into Gen 2. Seeing all these new Pokemon. That was the best part. I've got a bunch of Japanese games, actually. I've got a physical copy of Portable Third. I've got all the PSP Project Diva games. A physical copy of Valkyria Chronicles 4. Not 4, 3. What else? Some other stuff as well. Actually, what was my first import? I think my first import probably was Project Diva on the PSP. Oh yeah, the 3DS was region locked, wasn't it? You would have had to buy a Japanese 3DS for that. Oof. Glad they stopped doing that. The nice thing about like buying like Asian versions of some Switch games is that they'll have the English on it anyway. Like, I've got a Japanese physical copy of Okami that has like it just has English included on it, which is nice. Oh yeah, and I've got Girls in Panzer, G Tank Match. It's better than World of Tanks. Oh yeah, like hacking on old consoles is probably the best thing you can do. I think if you want to play like a lot of PSP games, like getting a hacked Vita is like really high value. Yeah, I don't use my PSP much now, but I played a lot of it back in the day. Like I really enjoyed Soul Sacrifice and like all the Vanillaware games that were on it. I played a lot of Dragon's Crown on the Vita as well. Yeah, yeah, Muramasa Rebirth is still exclusive, which is crazy. I think George said he wanted to port it, but somebody was getting in the way. I'm willing to bet one of the publishers doesn't want to cooperate. But yeah, it'd be really nice if Muramasa left the Vita jail. I've got some physical shmup Switch games as well. Because I've bought Mishihime Sama like 3 separate times. The thing about Muramasa on the Wii is that it's got a different translation, a worse one at that. It's not widescreen, and it doesn't have the DLC. Like for all intents and purposes, the Vita version of Muramasa is like a different game. It's significantly worse. It's a much worse game. Is it widescreen? Okay. Though it's still not. Though despite the Vita version being on a handheld, it will actually be higher resolution than the Wii version. You can emulate the Vita version now anyway. Like the Vita emulation a couple of years back used to be like dog. I dabbled with it maybe about 6 months back, and it seemed better. Like all the issues I was having were cleaned up. I wish M2 would put Mushihime-sama Futari on Switch or something already, please. I don't think anyone can touch the 360 port because like all the cave ports on Switch have just been the 360 ports ported over. But the problem with Futari is that M2 did the 360 port. So I bet nobody's allowed to touch it besides M2. So I wish they just, just do that. Do everyone a solid. Just port it already. Come on. Wait, Mushiyama-sama 2 on PS. There was the Futari wasn't on PS2. The first game's on PS2. I've actually got a physical copy of Mushihime-sama on the PS2. It's not a great port. It's okay. The arrange mode's fun. Futari was on 360, and it's only been ported to 360. And the port is really good. I bought a J-tagged 360 just to play Futari. You sure it's Mushihime-sama and then not something like, I don't know, something else? Like 4 or 5 were on the PS3 though. Though, do not play For Answer on PS3 because the performance is trash. So you get like slideshow frame rates on PS3 on some boss fights. It's really bad. I played it on PS3, just stuck on version 1 where white glint is OP. Ooh. I mean, it probably emulates fine. It's just that I remember having to play For Answer on like OG hardware, and it was a bad time. I mean, it's a good game, but it's mostly a good time, but some of the boss fights were a bad time. Like the big ones. Yeah, just play it on emulator, it's probably fine. Actually, let me check. RSPC 3 or RPS3 is 300 core For Answer. Oh, you can do online with For Answer, that's sick. I know you could do Demon Souls online on emulator. Seems like it runs fine. The only known issue with For Answer is Intel integrated graphics does not function with this title. That's it. I don't know why you'd bother getting a Series S at this point. Just if you're able to play stuff on PC with an emulator, there's no point getting a Series S. Though a Switch 2 is kind of a big jump as well. But like if you've already got a lot of Switch games, I think the Switch 2 is a better deal because it retroactively makes your entire Switch library better. How much does Series S's go for now anyway? £300? That's way too much. Yeah, okay. If you got a lot of Switch games, then I think the Switch 2 is worth it. I've got a lot of Switch 2, rather Switch games as well. The only downside is that nothing gets a resolution bump out the gate, but everything performs better. Like you'll get way more stable frame rates, and the load times are going to be way faster. Like I do not regret buying it. I just wish Capcom would make a Switch 2 patch for Sunbreak already. But yeah, I think if you don't have a lot of Switch games already, the Switch 2's maybe a bit of a hard sell because there's not a lot going on with it right now. I still haven't played Night Rain. Is the 2-player mode in Night Rain yet? I know they said they were adding it. It was still really bizarre that it didn't launch with a 2-player mode. Okay, it has it. I might wait for it to go on sale then, and then rope someone in to play. I wouldn't say I think calling Night Rain a cash grab's a bit unfair. I can understand maybe feeling that way because it is a lot of reused assets, but I think they did the smart thing where they had a bunch of stuff. They gave a director free reign to do whatever they wanted with stuff that was already there. It's a low commitment title for them to make. They could be more experimental. They don't charge full price for it, and they could use it as a test bed to play with some ideas. And apparently people enjoy it. I haven't really been paying attention to it though. But I think for me, what maybe puts me off is that what I like about Souls game is the exploration aspect of it, not boss fights. I like boss fights, but it's not why I play those games. So I think just playing Night Rain needs a different frame of mind. I think there was a bunch of bosses from other. Yeah, there's. I'm pretty sure Gaping Dragon's in, and Dear Duke Freya is in as well. I don't know who else. Gaping Dragon. All right, yeah, Centipede Demon, Nameless King, Dancer. Oh, and Smelter Demon's in. Of all the bosses they'd pick, I guess Smelter Demon does have a bit more of a reputation. I'll give it a pass. How much is it going on for CD keys anyway? Oh wait, I'm surprised YouTube let me stream with my VPN on. Is the wizard class good? I'm a bit of a spellcaster myself. Oh, huh. I guess it's alright then. The archer looked pretty sick as well, actually. Like the way the archer played, thought just made me think, wow, I wish playing archery in Elden Ring played like this. My second run in Elden Ring was a pure archery build, and it's just like you're just hard locked into running black bow. Otherwise, it's miserable. And even then, like it's hard to describe how I feel about playing archer in Elden Ring, because on one hand, I feel like it's really on that line where either it feels kind of weak, but it'd be very easy to make it too strong. Yeah, I don't think it's meant to be a main thing either. It feels a bit better in Elden Ring though, because at least with some of the bows you could shoot out of rolling and jumping. And that's why black bow is the best bow, because it's functionally a long bow with a short bow moveset, so it can do jumps and rolling shots. But in every other game, it's just like it doesn't feel that great. I like my main weapon when I was doing like soul level 1 new game plus 7 demon souls was using a bow, the lava bow, just hyper mode lava bow would one shot everything almost. And you could just like play from range, just meticulously snipe the whole stage. It's kind of funny looking back at it now, because I think now if I was to do that again, knowing that I'm way better at these games, I probably would just be speedrunning through the stages, thinking I don't actually need to fight any of this shit. Just just run past. Elden Rings just made me speedrun braid. Boss rush. Boss rush now. Yeah, that's that. Like I have a level 1 character in Elden Ring that's like parked at New Game Plus 6 before the final boss. I was gonna make a series, but then I realized I don't think about it, and it's just like, what have I done for these past like the 5 new game cycles? All I've done is just rush to the boss. I've not engaged with anything else. It would just the series would just be the boss fights. It'd be super fucking boring. There'd be nothing to say. It's not even just that. It's not even that the boss fights I feel are a bit overtuned in places. It's just that after the first like time you play it, the open world is just a big loading screen. Like when I was prepping by that level 1 guy to do New Game Plus 7 Bale, I had to spend probably about like an hour, at least an hour, just to get to Moog, which is just an hour of on the fucking horse, just riding from points of interest to points of interest, just to access the DLC. And the only like boss I fought was Moog. It's so bad. I think Elden Ring is going to be one of those games where I play it maybe like once every 3-5 years, so that I actually feel like there's some intrinsic motivation to explore stuff again. But like doing repeat runs over and over, it's like it's not a good game. Or rather, it is a good game. It's not a good game for repeat runs compared to previous Souls games. I don't feel like the open world genuinely helps it. Like, it's a really good game the first time you play it, and then it starts to wear thin. Well, you know, if I pick up Demon Souls right now, I know I'm gonna load into 1-1, and I'm gonna be fighting shit right away, right? And I have to go through a level that's been designed to encourage encounters. If I load up Elden Ring, I know I have to I have to ride to some point of interest to pick up some item, and probably skip everything that's not interesting. My issue with Elden Ring is that it's supposed to be a game about trees, and most of the Lord's trees look just awful the moment you head off. They actually did a pretty good job of masking the Lords in Elden Ring, to be honest. Like, I'm not sure if you've ever used the binoculars in that game, but if you actually take a close look at stuff, like it doesn't look good. And then, but it looks fine if you're not zoomed in. It looks the Lords in that game blend in better than a lot of the Lords I've seen in other games, is what I'll say. You didn't know that the game had binoculars? Dude, you've been missing out. I was one of the few weirdos playing the DLC and actually using the binoculars all over the place, trying to figure out how the hell do I get up there or down there. You don't even need the binoculars to free aim Giant's Flame. That's my favourite spell. I did the DLC of my Pyromancer. Well, I say Pyromancer, it's more like my pure faith build. Because there's a bunch of bosses in that game that are just like they're immune to fire, or they're in a pool of water, so they take reduced fire damage, which is fine because the knight's lightning spear is like busted. But it's a great game if you want it. Though I did a playthrough as Dante and my friend is Virgil. We were flying across the map on top of our soul. Wait, what? I need to. Are you telling me I need to convince someone to go grab the seamless co-op mod and we just play as we just LARP as DMC characters? For Radan, I kind of just changed my build because I got tipped off that the perfumes were had some interesting interaction if you just aimed them towards the floor. So that's how I beat Radan. After God knows how many hours. Whatever. I couldn't be bothered with Radan. It was at that point I wasn't having fun anymore. The mod also gives you some of their moveset. That's sick. It was so funny when the leaks for the DLC came out, and it was revealed, you know, that the final boss was Radahn. The amount of fucking coping that no way this is fake. There's no way FromSoft would make this the final boss. Look, he's got the same moveset as Pontiff. Look, these actions are the same. They reused the animation. This is totally fake. There's no way it's real. I wonder how they felt after that. I believed from the start it was real. I was really hoping that the DLC final boss was gonna be like Gwendolyn. That would have been sick. But no, it's just Radahn and his twink lover. In an overtuned fight that borders on parody. I know there was some aspects of that DLC that just kind of felt like unfinished. Or just underdeveloped. Like the fact that R'Lana didn't even have a cutscene or anything, and the Rock Queen or whatever had no voice lines. And then you had these big empty areas. Oh, the finger bomb fight had like cool atmosphere. I don't like the fact that it's got like an unavoidable laser attack. But I DPS'd it so hard with the Knight's Lightning Spear, it didn't do that in any way. Because my Pure Faith guy was like an actual glass cannon Pure Faith guy and just zapped it. See, I liked that it was hard to get to places. I really enjoyed just trying to figure out how to get around the DLC map. The Frenzy Forest was like cool maybe the first time, because I guess you're forced to walk around, but I'm not sure if I did enjoy it a second time. Knowing that it's just like a gimmick to walk to a house. Yeah, it was pretty empty. There should have been more stuff. I mean, that was kind of how I felt about a lot of the DLC areas. She's like, there should be something here. Also, Elden Ring really needed you to be able to customize your mount since you're on top of it most of the time, and all you really see is a donkey with horns, and it has some kind of body bag. I think they're adding some customization in the incoming update to coincide with the Switch 2 release. But yeah, I guess some customization would have been nice. I mean, a lot of the Elden Ring lore does hint towards more cosmological stuff, but it never really goes all in. It just teases with the idea of things. I don't know if I'll buy it on Switch 2, to be honest. For one, it's going to depend if it's actually on the cart or not. Probably not, doing Bamco will just cheap out. I felt like that in Tears of the Kingdom. This place had a purpose in Breath of the Wild, now it's just kind of empty. That's why just exploring the map again just felt like kind of empty in Tears. Like sometimes it was kind of cool, just like, oh cool, there's more stuff going on here. Like shit, what was the town called again? Tarry Town. Like seeing how Tarry Town developed was cool. But there was other areas where it just kind of felt like, is that it? Maybe they should have leaned more into some horse stuff for Elden Ring. Like, especially if they gave you, like, customization stuff that actually helped you fight stuff better. I don't know. Like, oh, this horse armor lets you use a heavy bow on the move or something. I like Tears, but I think Breath of the Wild just has more, I guess, a novelty bonus. Tears kind of feels like, oh, we'll just do the same thing again, but with more shit. It feels safe, is how I describe Tears. I'm surprised the magic race was furries. I mean, they all die off at the end. Whoops, that was probably a spoiler for anyone who hasn't played. it still blows my mind that they didn't actually add just like an actual fishing mini game to either of those games. You just have to blow up the fish. I think that's honestly criminal. That it's just not like a fishing rod. Link with a cell phone is kind of lame regardless of powers. Is Link with a Switch? Is the tablet's a Switch, literally. I guess originally it's meant to be like a Wii U gamepad, but yeah, you're right. It's a Wii U gamepad, not a Switch. I keep forgetting that Breath of the Wild is a Wii U game. How long ago it even was that? The Wii U. (2012). 13 years ago. I'm getting old. Actually, how old's the 3DS? Actually, when did Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate come out? That'll make me feel old. Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate. Let's see. 10 years ago. Yeah, 2015. Was it really that long ago? I think 4 came out on 2013. 4 Ultimate was 2015. 4G was 2014. Crazy. All that time and ain't ever played DMC. Well, I guess up until recently there was a lot of other popular games that I hadn't even played a single entry from. But that list is getting more narrow. Like I hadn't played a single Ace Combat game until earlier this year. I hadn't played God Hand until earlier this year. I hadn't played a single Resident Evil until last year. Or Silent Hill. I hadn't played a single N64 game until last year. What were you playing instead? Well, I grew up with the PS2 and Sega Mega Drive and Nintendo handhelds. So like I was playing other stuff. We don't talk about the FF14 years. The thing about playing an MMO is that you don't tend to play anything else besides the MMO you're playing at the time, I feel. So my 20s are like a black hole in terms of games played, where I just played 14. Is Ace Combat compelling? I had this thought when I was playing. Because I think the thing about Ace Combat is probably not that interesting to watch unless you're like really engaged with the story. To play, it's fun because you're actually, having to do things like target acquisition, avoid missiles. I enjoyed playing it, but I always thought in the back of my mind, is this actually that fun to watch? Ace Combat, I think Ace Combat 3 was probably the most ambitious in terms of just like the story, and I think had really good mission variety as well. I don't think 4 was that interesting. 5 was cool. Did I do all of Armored Core yet? No, I haven't. I've only done one of the PS2 games on stream. I did all the PS1 games nearly a couple of years back. I did 6 as well. I've already played 4 and 4 Answer, but that was like years ago. I've got like almost all the PS2 games to play, and there's a lot of PS2 Armored Cores. I think your enjoyment of Ace Combat is also going to hinge on how much you like planes. I'm more of a tank guy than a plane guy though. But there's not many good tank games, unfortunately. Unfortunately, the most popular tank games are just different flavors of Russian bias. Actually, how many PS2 Armored Cores even are there? Got Armored Core 2, Another Age, 3, well then Silent Line, Nexus, Ninebreaker, and Last Raven. That's a lot of games. I heard Ninebreaker isn't great though. I heard Another Age is like really long. I enjoyed AC2. I enjoyed the PS1 games, but I feel my biggest problem with the PS1 games is just that I felt like they very quickly kind of sidelined the main campaign to just do arena battles. At least like 2 felt like a good balance. Some of the OG Gundam games can give out some good tanking feels. Oh, I'm gonna have to have a look. I've been wanting to play Panzer Front for a while. Hold on, I'll go look at Zeonic Front. You're good at got an English release. Do you just play Zaku's? That's sick. I'm gonna add this to my list. Looks cool. Do you also get one shot by the RX-78 though? Will I get to scream White Devil? Okay, I'm more interested now. I think on a fundamental level, a game where you play as the villain and you're like actually underpowered compared to the opposing side just sounds more interesting. I think Gundam game where you actually just plays the RX-78 would be less interesting than a Gundam game where I play as like a Zaku and I have to fear for my life. This list isn't getting any smaller. I think Zone of Enders is already on here. Yeah, it is. There's too many games. There's not enough time. At least it's not going anywhere. I need to play Prime 3 as well before Prime 4 comes out. Does Prime 4 even have a release date yet? Like they said it would come out in 2026 and it still doesn't have a release date. No, 2025 they said. It would come out this year. No release date yet. Need to start buying new games. I'm not in the habit of buying many new games, but you know, there is some games I play off stream. I've been playing some Bonanza off stream. I'm not that far into it though. It's fun, but like it's the kind of game like there's no challenge to it at all. It's what I'd call a cotton candy game. It feels good to play. I can't say there's much substance to it though. I've already got a Wiimote. It's fine. I've actually got Dolphin emulation set up for Wii already. I bought a Wiimote and a nunchuck like ages ago. I've got it all set up. I can do it. Because it'd be nice to play Galaxy as well. And like I'm contemplating whether to play Pikmin 2 either on GameCube or Wii emulation. Fragile Dreams? I haven't heard of that one. Farewell Ruins of the Moon. The art looks nice. There were some like decent looking games on the Wii. Like the ones that actually had good art direction. Look okay. They still hold up. They just look like PS2 games, really. Ugh. It was supposed to be a PS2 game. Okay, that makes sense. Dragon Quest Swords. I haven't played that. Well, to be honest, I think the only Dragon's Quest game I've played is which one was it? The 11 demo. That's it. That's all the Dragon Quest I've played. It was a good demo too. I played a bunch of turn-based games recently, actually. Hold on. It's not like that I dislike them. I just don't gravitate towards long JRPGs. Is all. What turn-based games did I play recently? Super Mario RPG, Earthbound, uh, Chrono Trigger. Was that it? Damn, that was it. All SNES games. It's just that in general, I don't lean towards story-based games. The nice thing about older JRPGs is that they're not actually usually that long either. Gotta get the only Final Fantasy games I've played are 10 and 14. Have I been playing PAL or NTSC? NTSC. The only PAL game I played was Terranigma because I didn't have an America release. The thing about playing PAL releases of older games is that they just run slower. They're never optimized for 50 hertz anyway, and there's no reason to play them at that frame rate. The only other PAL release I played was Ape Escape because it has British voice acting. I mean, I grew up with the OG Ape Escape as well, so I want to play something that was familiar. But yeah, I don't think anyone would play a PAL game release or of an old game nowadays. There's no reason to. It's also what's put me off buying like any sort of like retro console as well. It's just knowing, oh, it's going to be 50 hertz. It's going to need to be modified. I might as well just emulate. Kind of funny how they made two different localizations. That is, but I appreciate it. Xenoblade Chronicles. I've not played any Xenoblade games either. I need to go on like a JRPG grind at some point. I'm gonna run out of action games to play. It's gonna be really funny when I play the Final Fantasy games. I'm gonna keep thinking, wow, I saw this in 14. Oh. I've had no desire to play 14 since I quit back in October. They're gonna have to pull some sort of miracle work to pull me back in. I guess I mean I'd play for the new expansion, but I'm not gonna stay. I haven't played the new expansion. Don't bother. What you should do is just wait for the next expansion, buy the story skip. That's the better Dawn Trail experience. Oh yeah, the current gameplay I don't like either. I mean, from what I've heard, it's a bit of a Stormblood situation with Dawn Trail right now, where the combat, the encounter design is good, but like my problem isn't the encounter design; it's the job design is being shite. Back in Stormblood, there was a good balance between like the job complexity and the mechanical complexity of the fights, where it felt a bit more, I don't know, interactive, trying to figure out how your job plays in a given fight. Now the balance is entirely on the encounter complexity, and every job that basically feels the same. I don't feel. I feel like I could go into any fight with most jobs, and I don't have to really think about how to fit things around it. Like back in Stormblood, I feel like I could play, you know, a different job, and it was like having to relearn the whole fight again, which was, you know, a lot more interesting. Now it just feels like you only have to learn the fight. I mean, what really killed the game for me was Shadowbringers, because that's when they made a bunch of combat changes and when they really just like gutted healers. I think like Shadowbringers' story makes people overlook just how much damage it did to the to jobs. I played Samurai, it was fun still. You can't even make interesting builds. I mean, you don't really make builds in 14 anyway. The only build you get in 14 is just like you'll get your crit build and your spell speed slash skill speed build on some jobs, and that's it. That's your two builds. That's something I don't miss, asking roulette healers to cast spells to do damage. I mean, you can only expect so much from roulette healers or roulette players in general. It's like if I play healer in the roulette dungeon, the tank isn't sprinting. If I play tank, the healer isn't DPSing. If I play DPS, the tank isn't, you know, pulling everything. You can't win. I think at the end of the day, it felt better just to play tanks in roulettes, because at least that I could kind of control the pace. I mean, you play 14 just to level stuff up. There's some cool fights in there, but yeah, you don't really. There's no really theory crafting when it comes to sets, for better or worse. Because you know, if you gave people too much flexibility, they would actually just brick you. I don't think it's the kind of game where you can afford to give players flexibility, knowing the kind of people that play it. Well, if you stopped at Endwalker, that was probably a good point to stop. You finished when the game ended, basically. Not me. I got roped into raiding again in Endwalker. I go from like not raiding for probably more than 2 years to having to do top. which was stressful. And then after top, get I do world first progression. It ends up being a disaster though. I think we finished in like 20 something place. It's not like raiding can be stressful. It depends on the group though. But like I went from like not raiding for like more than 2 years to basically getting like nepotismed into a really good group because you know a few people put a good word in for me, so I had to perform. That was stressful. I enjoyed it for the time. Then we took a break. That's that when we took a break was when I started streaming. And then I did streaming. We were gonna start playing again. I think it was like roughly January or something of that year. I played for like a couple months after that, and I was just like, I'd rather just be streaming than playing 14. I'd rather just be playing, you know, different games than just 14 all the time. I've already spent too much time playing 14 all the time. There's more interesting stuff to play, especially at this point. Now, if they brought back like a Heaven's Wards classic server, I'd be all in. But that's never going to happen. I feel like that with my current gachas. I feel like the main point of gachas is that they don't actually take up a lot of your time. Is usually the main draw. Like my PGR dailies take like 5 minutes. Usually, it's the weeklies that take a bit more time, but I'm actually playing the game. I enjoy doing those. I got friends I met in WoW. They still playing it. Yeah, I feel like MMOs are a trap. They're time vampire games. Oh yeah, yeah. I guess events can be annoying to do. Just skip the story. Like I wasted my teens playing RuneScape, and then I wasted my 20s playing, or late 20s rather, playing 14. Actually, when did 3.2 come out? Yeah, okay. So I started playing 14 at the start of 2016, and then stopped playing. I quit the first time about the first patch into Shadowbringers, came back probably about 3 months before Endwalker, and then played again, and then quit again after Dawn Trail came out. I think generally, it seems like the attitude towards 14 has been more accepting towards saying bad things about it, just because Dawn Trail shit the bed. I do notice people be more negative openly about it nowadays. Might depend on the crowd. But yeah, you cannot say anything negative about 14 during Shadowbringers or Endwalker. Oh, the PS3 players. Oh, we still had those in Heaven's Ward. I remember you load into an instance and it's just like, this is taking an awfully long time to load in. We must have a PS3 player in here. His hard drive's working hard to load to load the instance. I think they dropped the PS3 support when Stormblood came out. I think. The most fun I had in 14 was playing Blue Mage and Eureka S content. Blue Mage was cool. I think I enjoy Eureka more now. I had a love-hate relationship with Eureka when it came out. The thing about Eureka now is that because now I've got a couple jobs with full elemental gear and their relics, I can just like run around solo and take care of myself. So it's actually kind of fun. Like if you have full elemental gear on a warrior, you can just kind of carry the instance. Her boss job was cool too. Shame it's dead now. I haven't heard good things about Occult Crescent. I heard they shit the bed on that one. The worst part about boss job was just trying to get to the point where you could do the instances, or the large scale fights. Like the dungeons were really good in Bosja. More importantly, they were like actually accessible. Didn't need to go in some pre-organized Discord group to play the game. Oh yeah, I did DRS as well. I did it once, or maybe twice. Like it was really cool. Stressful though. It's really tense at the end. It's tense at the end, and you don't want to be the guy that fucks up the chess mechanic. Or the hot and cold. I think that's what I like about those instances. It's like even when everything feels like it's under control, it's still like really tense. There's really tense atmosphere, especially towards the end. Like I've done Ozma probably like a dozen times, but every single time it's still just like it feels really tense doing it. It's been so long since I've done it that I can barely remember the hot and cold mechanic. I did it though. I got my Cerberus, probably the largest mount in the game. Got into an FC that had a regular runner of the Eureka Raid. That's nice. I just had a solo FC. my my FC's being looked after by someone else right now who just wants the sub money. It's fine by me. I'd rather somebody was using the submarines than them just getting demolished. Yeah, the Discord is really good, but just on principle, I don't like the idea that I need to use an external source to play content. Hello there, Maurice. Yeah, we finished probably like 2 hours ago, and I've just been shooting the shit since. Hello there. How are you? It was a cool game. Besides that, like the third nightmare fight being like shit, it was a good game. I enjoyed it a lot. I'm gonna play DMC2 next. We're gonna get it out of the way. And then if I'm still feeling good, we'll play 3. Yeah, it seems like 3's regarded pretty highly. It seems like 3 and 5 are the most popular ones. Tube is you'll see. Yeah, I haven't heard good things, but whatever. I'll mentally prepare myself. I'm sure I'll probably say something good about 2, maybe. There's been some games I've had mixed feelings about, but I've still been able to say good things about at the end. Like I didn't really care for Secret of Mana in the end, and I still had good things to say. What else was kind of whatever? Now that I think about it, not much. Banjo Tooie kind of dragged on. I wouldn't play that one again. What else? Eternal Ring was kind of mid. I guess I haven't gone out my way to play bad games now that I think about it. Like even Glover was novel. think people were way too harsh about it because you don't get to play as Dante for a while. Oh, is that it? We'll see. I'll make my mind up when I play it. I don't let other people's opinions influence me that much. The thing I don't like about 4 is they pretty much reuse the levels. I mean, they reuse a lot of the levels in 1 as well. I figured that was the point. DMC4 is my first DMC, but it was too hard for me. Never managed to finish it back in the day. You might be able to finish it now, if you haven't already. Like, there's been tons of games I've played lately that I thought, oh, this was kind of hard when I was a kid. And then I play them now, and I realize there's not actually that much to it. It's pretty easygoing. Oh, basically you play as one time through the game as Nero, then as Dante. With Dante it's harder. I see. Okay, I think it's time to call it for today. Sorry that you had to miss the finale, Morris, but it is what it is. I will stream again Tuesday, DMC2, 7 p.m., same time as usual. I had fun. Hope you did too. Take care, and good night. Yeah, the ending was cool. Okay, good night.